I'm Gemma Jacobs and I'm the curator for Artvocate. Artvocate is a platform which helps to promote social activist artists and artworks. We put together exhibitions, we try to sell works as well, and a proportion of our profit always goes to the charity, usually chosen by the artist, that helps promote their social movement. So we're all about equality and equitism. We think it's really important that art is the forefront of that and can be, and to start a conversation as well. So that's Artvocate.
Yeah. Can you tell us why are you here today?
Yeah, so one of our kind of lines of work is all about Hong Kong. What's going on in Hong Kong at the moment politically and with democracy, we are kind of pushing forward the fight for democracy in Hong Kong. So we have a load of different artists here, and we have a lot more on our platform as well, who basically are highlighting a kind of diaspora that exists with Hong Kongers, but also the importance to fight for democracy, even though they may not be in Hong Kong themselves. And we think that's just a really important cause to fight for, especially within art, in the art world.
Do you want to tell us some story about those pictures?
Sure. So if you go to this painting over here, this is an artwork by Rika Choi. I'll move a little bit closer. Rika Choi, if it says here, it's called The Reminiscence of Lennon Wall, and obviously with Lennon Walls it's a big thing that when you see it, you kind of know what it's in representation of, which I think is beautiful and so brilliant. I mean, the artwork alone I think is striking and stunning, but it holds this idea of hope for Hong Kong and this kind of hope for democracy and free speech and liberation, that kind of thing. And I think it's absolutely marvellous. And he actually created this painting, I believe he was in Canada. He left Hong Kong in the 80s and moved to Canada. And so this is kind of like a really interesting perspective of someone who was born in Hong Kong and lived in Hong Kong, and they're looking back from somewhere else and really making a message on what's going on at home, really. If you want to come round here, please hang around. So this artwork here, we actually have 3 photo montages. This one, this artist is actually in collaboration with another artist. One was in Hong Kong, and this was on the June 4th with the candles, and it's layered over an image actually in Newcastle. And I think it's a really poignant piece about this idea, as I said before, of the diaspora, and kind of bringing 2 moments together, which are conjoined by this moment of hope and peace in some respects. And over here we have 2 more gorgeous photo montages. I absolutely love them, by TB. He has a few of them, and the artist has basically merged together 2 images, one from Hong Kong during the Umbrella Movement, and the other one is from Vancouver, which is where he moved to when he left Hong Kong. So again, it's this discussion of the diaspora and kind of Hong Kong as a culture that's always there, even when he's moved to Vancouver, it's still there in his vision and in his periphery. And yeah, that's the artwork we have on here.
Excellent. How do you feel about today's event? You come up with that much
It's
people.
great. There's so many people. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I was speaking to some other people who have their stalls here, and we said none of us were expecting so many. And it's amazing, and it's, I think, a testament to this idea, as I've said, of hope. And I think it's important to have this sense of community, so it's brilliant. It's been fabulous speaking to everyone as well.
Yeah, as a Westerner,
yeah.
Do you want to say anything to our audience? They are all Westerner as well, of course.
Yeah.
And about Hong Kong's issues.
Yeah, of course. I think the most important message to take is we need to learn and we need to know truth. I think it's really, really difficult when, I grew up in Britain, and at school we didn't learn much outside of the UK, outside of even Europe. And I think it's important to take the time to not only learn about what's going on and what has gone on in Hong Kong, but to also make real connections with real people and listen to their truth and listen to their stories. And I think in some ways, Artvocate as a platform can help with that kind of discussion and conversation, and just to remember that we are all people, and it's important to kind of be by your side and